on, let's make things right. Love's on fire, or at least we've tried. You've got your truth, and I got mine. So what the use of blowing mine?
G'day guys, Mark here from Kiwi Hunting Adventures. Today we're going to do something a little bit different to our normal hunting vids. We're going to throw you a gear review. I had a few people on my Facebook and through Instagram and stuff ask me a few questions in regards to my pack choice, and it's a little bit different to conventional packs that probably a lot of people use in New Zealand. I'm running a Kuiu pack from the States, so this is it here. You guys would have seen it in my vids. I've tried to sort of fill it out a wee bit for you to sort of show you what it's like. But yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit today about the setup and yeah. The biggest one for me with all my kit and what I've been doing is I have been trying to go for the not the actual ultra lightweight, as in the hiking ultra lightweight, but just bringing my whole kit weight right down. So after a lot of research, I mean there's a few on the market, but for me this is designed for hunting, for hunters. So this was a bit of me, and also I run a fair bit of their other gear as well. So a few of the features that I like about it anyway is it's got good external pockets, like these pockets on the outside here. I'll just open one up. Are big. They've got zips right through that go right through here. They're big enough to fit a spotting scope. I can fit the tripod for my camera in there. You can actually put your rifle in the pocket here, right up through. It just gives your scope a little bit of protection in there, and you've got your straps that come around. Yeah, so plenty of pockets. We've got another pocket here in the front, which is great. I just carry knives, EPIRB, all that. Wet weather gear in the front one here, which is just a big long pocket here. So just like fit leggings, tops and stuff in there. So that's great. Another big long pocket on the side. It's got multiple different spots here to mount your gun scabbard. So I've got the gun scabbard along the front at the moment, so I can have the rifle up the front, but I can also have it around here on the sides as well, either side. Now the big one that gets a few people with this style of pack is it's actually a modular pack. You basically buy a suspension setup and a carbon harness to suit your body size, and from there you can buy any of Kuiu's packs that they do on the market, which will all just clip straight onto the frame, good to go. So I mean this is a 7,000 cubic inch or 114 litre pack. It sounds big, but it's not really by the time you take into account all these exterior pockets and stuff. It's got quite a big hood pocket, which is actually fully detachable, so you can take it off if you want. Yeah, so I'll just break it down now and show you anyway how this pack is modular and how it comes off its frame, and then after that I'll go through how I run it as a day pack. So it's pretty quick and simple, just a few clips basically. Clips there, clips on the sides here, so they all actually go right around to the harness. Yeah. So yeah, this will go underneath this way so you guys can see. So under here we've just got a couple of upside down. Yeah, so like I was saying before about the ultra lightweight thing, the reason I went for this pack being light and all that is weighing in as a 114 litre pack at 2 kilo with all the harness. This one here's going to be a bit of a dog. It's never easy. There we go. Right, so yeah, so the pack is then completely separate. You can take this off when you get to camp with all your gear in it, stick it straight in your tent, whatever. And if you were carrying one of their smaller packs as a day pack, you can then attach it straight to your harness. It attaches exactly the same as I just undid that one. So as you can see, full carbon frame in here, detachable hip belt, and fully adjustable shoulder straps. They're just velcroed and they run in sliders here, so you can get your heights. They're solid as. I've carried on that last Molesworth trip that I did in the winter time, I was carrying probably in excess of 50 kilo back to the truck on this harness, no worries. It was good. So this is only the Ultra harness and the Ultra pack. They do a Pro pack. The Pro harness and all that is even more beefed up, but you pay the money. While I talk about money, I will go into a little bit of it. For the pack, I've got some notes written down here. So for the full kit, for the harness, the frame, the pack, and it actually comes, if you go buy their full kit, comes with little hip belts that just slide over your hip belts here. You're looking at $918, which it's a lot, but I mean, so far the benefits have definitely outweighed the cost of the setup. It's, you know, I've had a few packs. I've had Tatonkas. Tatonkas are great. They're just a bit heavy. They carry a great load. They're comfortable, but they're heavy. And I was trying to get away from that to bring all my gear weight down. So yeah, as a kit, you can buy that for just over $900. If you want to buy just a bag, like this bag here is $330, just a little bit over $330 to buy by itself. And as you go down in size, obviously they get a little bit cheaper. You can pick up a day bag, just the bag itself, for a little over $100 delivered to your door. So suspension, so shoulder straps, hip belts, you're paying a little over $200, $220. And the carbon frames, where they really get you, it's about $330. So they are pricey, but they've got a lifetime warranty for any manufacturer faults. So anything that goes wrong with it that you haven't inflicted on it, they'll fix it. They're good. I've spoken with these guys about a few things, just a few queries I had on bits and pieces to do with the pack, and they were good as. They said, if you've got a problem, we'll just send you another one. So that was sweet, but I didn't have a problem, so it was all good. Yeah, so great warranty. You know, it's worth its money. Yeah, so what else we got? So yeah, right, so I'll go now into the packability day pack sort of breakdown of this pack. I will quickly rip everything out of this and I will show you how I run it as a day bag. Right, so yeah, as I was saying just before, I've broken this pack down now to what I would typically run as a day pack. So it's still the same 114 litre pack or 7,000 cubic inch pack, but just the way that Kuiu have designed this pack is you can just pull it right down. I mean, as you can see, there's nothing to it. I mean, obviously there's no gear in it, but I mean, by the time you chuck a bit of wet weather gear in the front pocket there, so it's nice and accessible, maybe a puffer jacket, a bit of food, or say camera inside it, it's still not much bigger. So for me, like looking at the smaller packs they do as day packs, I at this stage don't see the need for it. It does mean that the tent's a bit of a mess when you get back there at night. You've just got shit everywhere, but hey, it's all part of it. So yeah, so this is basically how I run it. Yeah, I mean, you can still use your drink bottle holders. I normally just keep food or snacks and stuff handy up in the top here. Big zip, it's a bit loose. Normally if I've got a jersey that I'm taking on and off, it'll go in there. Fits in there easy. You can fit a couple of jerseys in there, no worries. Yeah, and everything's still usable. I mean, you can, if I had my tripod in the side here, all I've got to do is just loosen these off. I've got a zip right here. Boom, I'm in the pocket, tripod out to set up to record animals or whatever I'm going to do. And then back in easy, just do it up tight. All of the straps come with like a little bit of Velcro on the end of them, so you can roll them all up and get all the excess cordage out of the way if you want to, but I find it a little bit annoying having to roll them up and then unroll them when you want to make the pack full-size pack again. So another thing is I want to talk about like some of the accessories or extras, I suppose, that come with the pack when you buy it. It comes with a bag full of these straps, different types. Under here, just loosen this off. Under here, another one here, which is an extra that I've added on, which is it just closes up that top entry point. It is also just a buckle if I want to undo it, so that's easy. It comes with that, and also an extra lumbar support pad that actually goes inside this, so if you're finding you want a little bit more lumbar support in your hip belt, you can add that to it as well. Yeah, like I say, it's all removable, it's all adjustable. You've got adjustments everywhere, you've got spots to clip things on everywhere. Yeah, it's just awesome in my eyes anyway. Everything's just right at your fingertips the whole time you're out on the hill. So that's that. Yeah, so next I'll fill it back up and I'll show you how the meat shelf works. Now the meat shelf I haven't seen in any of the packs on the market in New Zealand. It was a little bit new to me. I didn't know how it was going to work, but I've used it a few times now with boned out deer. We used it on the raw, carried out actually between me and one of the other guys on our hunt, carried out 2 stags plus the heads between my pack and his Kafaru pack, which is another very similar sort of setup they do. They're very accessory heavy on their packs though, which I didn't need. But yeah, so anyway, not straying away from where I was. Yeah, the meat shelf, it's great. It does the job. You can fit plenty of meat in there, and it keeps all that meat out of your pack, away from all your goodies that you don't want to get dirty. And yeah, at the drop of a hat, you can just drop the meat out if you needed to store it somewhere, if you were going to be going past a point or whatever. I just carry it in a, well, this is the, get my hands in here. This is something you got to buy separately, but this is what I brought. They're not expensive, 20-30 bucks or something like that. I just got it when I bought the pack. So this is what they call their boned out meat bag. So just a full zip along the top, reflective handles, the stripe goes right round, fully reflective, just nice clean white. It's got little hook up points here so you can actually tie it up. I've had this thing full to the brim where I could barely zip it up, and I was very skeptical to pick it up by the handles, but with the strap going right around it, handled it mint. So that was awesome. So like I say, that there, you fill that with your meat, and then it goes on the pack. So I'll do a little bit of a thing here. I'll fill it back up and I'll show you how it all works and try and explain it a little bit. Right, I don't know how well you can see that, but that there is the meat shelf. So basically, as you saw me take the pack off before, you basically do the same thing, loosen off all the straps, and then you place your meat. I normally sit it down this way, place my meat on top of my pack, and then I flip my harness on top and start to strap it around. So on the top of the harness points up here, this is the top of the carbon frame here. It's got 2 clips that normally just sit clipped into each other, and they're just sort of tucked in behind the frame. So you've got your shoulder support going up to the top of the frame still, but because you've got all that stuff in between you and the pack in here, it's then got this here basically taking the load of the pack through the carbon frame and down onto your hips. So the pack is still exactly the same as if it was hard against the frame, but you've just got your meat on the outside of your pack, separate to all of your clothes, all of your tent, all of that sort of stuff, so you're not getting blood all through your pack, especially if you're on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 day trips where you want to keep your gear somewhat clean so you don't stink, you don't feel horrible for the whole time. So yeah, I mean, I've just packed this out tonight with sleeping bags and bits and pieces like that, just to sort of give you a bit of an idea. But also quite cool, you know, when you're out, on your way out, you normally, you know, you're making your way back to camp or to the truck or back to the hut or whatever you're doing. When it's in this form, you've got this pack, all of these stripes here are reflective. And it's white, you know, so you can be seen from the sides, from the back. You know, you normally have, if you're in a high risk area, you normally have something over the back that's blaze orange or blaze blue or whatever. So yeah, so that's it in the meat shelf form. It's well, I've found it, you know, like I've had the Tatonka Bison 90 and the 75, and they're probably all on a par at carrying, but I just like how this whole setup's lighter and I can have all of this meat on the outside, not because you're not having all of that weight, you know, you're having your weight up high, and you're not having all the meat juices running through your pack or having to carry plastic bags which make the meat sweat in your bag and all that. So this all breathes, the meat breathes, it stays fresh, it's good, and none of your stuff's getting covered in blood and all that sort of carry on. So yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, loosen those off as well, they clip back into there. This is it in the meat shelf. Yeah, that's about it really. I have to say about it. As you can see, it can carry a heck of a lot of stuff, and they do a bigger pack than that in the Pro Pack, which is a 7,800 cubic inch pack, which is massive. It's like 130 litres, which some people, they might want to carry that. This 7,000 for me has been ample. In the Molesworth on the last winter trip there, I had this fully loaded with tent, all my food, everything for planning for that 7-day trip. Although it didn't come to 7 days, I had 17 kilo of gear minus my camera and tripod and my rifle, because I carry my rifle in my hand. But yeah, all my clothes, tent, food, sleeping bag, sleeping equipment was all in there, 17 kilo. And then, like I say, on the way out I had a whole hindquarters, back steaks, all that in the meat shelf. So I would have been pushing, I'd say 50 kilo, and I carried it back to the truck over 4 or 5k, no worries. So yeah, that's the Kuiu Ultra 7000. That's the pack I've chosen. Yeah, any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will try to get back to you as quick as I can. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.
Falling down, I should have stopped, but I do not know how. Just for now, let's make things right. Have some fun, or at least we'll try it. You've got your truth, and I got mine. So what the use of blowing my mind? Some kind of